Ci sono alcuni novitori in arrivo al recinto dei Lamborghini. Cosa pensiamo che siano? Entriamo in esso su mountain roads. To my Italian-speaking audience, I hope I didn't butcher that too bad. I really did want that intro to be in Italian. Now let's get into it. A refreshed Urus, we think, is most certainly one of these new bulls. We've known about the new Urus since last year, and I've covered it. I'll even leave a link for it down in the description. We think the Urus is definitely on the list of 4 Lamborghinis that will be released this year, and it will make up 2 of them. The first being the refreshed Urus, and the second could be the Urus Evo, and we think we'll find out soon. The next couple of new bulls to the pin both look to be new versions of the Lamborghini Huracan. We think the first one will be the Huracan Steratto, and it should join the Urus models and be one of the 4 Lamborghinis revealed this year. This new Huracan is based off the 2019 Steratto concept, which is basically Lambo's version of a rally car, at home both on and off-road. We think Lamborghini will institute quite a few modifications to create this go-anywhere Huracan. First, we think it looks like they've added a lifted suspension. While the concept had a 1.85-inch lift, we think it will be closer to a 1.7-inch lift, which should improve its approach and departure angles for the off-road arena. We think other go-anywhere bits will include much chunkier all-terrain tires, a front skid plate, and roof rails. Ski or bike rack for your Huracan, anyone? We also think the hood-mounted light bar will not make it into production and is just for testing. But we could be wrong. For the Steratto, an all-wheel drive system will most likely be included. And we think both the all-wheel drive system and 7-speed dual-clutch transmission will be tweaked for this specific application. There are some things we think. We'll just have to wait and see what Lamborghini does. The current test mule doesn't look to be wearing the prototype's bodywork. We'll have to wait and see if the wider wheel arches get added in the future. We'll also have to wait and see if the engine scoop makes it into production, as it was not included in the Steratto concept. We think we will have to wait and see if this will be a limited edition version, although we do think it probably will be limited to 500 to 1,000 vehicles. The second Huracan variant, we think, will be the Huracan JV Stradale, and this should also be one of the 4 Lambos revealed this year. We think the JV Stradale will be a toned-down STO. So while the STO is a track day weapon, the JV Stradale will be more tuned for the road. Think of it in the same vein as the Porsche GT3 Touring, or like an Evo Performante. Although the test mule looks to be wearing a front end similar to the current Performante, we think there is a chance the production version will get a unique front end. In the back, the rear wing also looks similar to the current Performante, although we think there is a larger flap for this rear wing. The JV Stradale does look to have inherited the rear diffuser and exhaust setup from the Huracan STO. Whereas the Huracan Steratto has all-wheel drive, we think the Huracan JV Stradale will only come in rear-wheel drive. We also think the JV Stradale will lose some weight and weigh less than the Huracan Evo. Powering both of these new Huracan variants will be the familiar 5.2-liter naturally aspirated V10. Power for the V10 is rated at 630 horsepower and 417 pound-feet. We don't think the Steratto will see any additional power, but we do think there is a chance the JV Stradale could see a bit more power. How much is the question, but additional 10 to 30 we think should be possible. Finally, we have the replacement for the Lamborghini Aventador. We think the new Aventador will still be a V12. However, we think it's going to be a new V12, and it's going to be a hybrid V12. We think the Aventador replacement will be a plug-in hybrid, a V12 mated with an electric motor. There's little information about the power levels for this bull, but we think it may push over 800 horsepower. It could be even higher if Lamborghini's plan is to go after the likes of the Ferrari SF90, but we'll have to wait and see. We think it will definitely keep the Aventador shape, and new bodywork is clearly visible all around the prototype. The rear of the new Aventador being, we think, the biggest attention grabber, starting with the new quad exhaust setup similar to the McLaren 675 LT. The taillights also get a new Y design, looking like they took design cues from the Cyan. It also looks to get a huge integrated rear wing that molds around the quad exhausts. We also think wider rear tires are fitted than the current Aventador in an effort to help get the increased power down. Up front, the fascia keeps an aggressive look. Large gaping air vents sit on the bottom, and there may be new style headlights as well. On the sides, pronounced side skirts feed into massive side intakes to feed the new hybrid V12. We know the Aventador replacement won't be revealed this year, but we do think early next year is a good bet. Here's another vehicle you should check out, and we hope you'll like and subscribe. We'll see you next time on Mountain Roads.